Hello, this is Nick from Prestman doing a video walkthrough of our 2022 Hyundai Palisade. So what I'm going to do is we're going to walk all the way around. We're going to check for any dents, scratches, any kind of blemishes on the outside. Then we're going to go inside, go over some of the features, make sure everything's working properly. We'll also go pop in the back seat and get you a closer look at some of the second row and third row and some of the things you were looking for there. And then finally, we'll pop the hood and evaluate just a little bit in the engine bay, just for good measure. So first impressions are actually really freaking good. Normally you'd expect to see a little bit of rock chipping up here in the front just because that's usually where it is, but I'm not seeing much of anything. So it's a little bit dirty, but that's to be expected. Like I said, my manager was driving it, so that's a pretty easy fix. But as far as like denting or paint chips or anything, I'm not seeing anything. So starting off with a clean 10 out of 10. But let's start going around and see if there's anything that we can find. If there is, I'll be sure to stop, zoom in, make sure you get a good visual. So on here, it looks like we have, oh, nope, never mind, that's coming off. I thought we found something, but 'twas not so. So tires on here, you got loads of life left in those, so that's awesome. Right here, looks like you have a small scratch, so it's not catching my finger, so it can probably honestly get buffed out, but nonetheless, good to know, good to know. Looks like you have one more scratch right back here. So same story, nothing really too deep there. All right, we're gonna pop the trunk here just with the key fob. Nice, all right, looks like you got the floor mats on this one, which is always a good thing. Let's check down up in here. Extra space, some wheel locks. You have the visor thing as well as the mesh net and all that good stuff. Up in here, this is super helpful. So this we really like. You were talking about features that are handy for having kids and your hands full or whatever. So if you ever want to fold the seats down, instead of like having to filter or fiddle with all the levers and stuff, you can just press a button. So that extends it, that contracts it. So that simplifies life quite a bit. You just pop the trunk, press the button, you're set. So second row also folds down a little bit more aggressively, but that's okay. So very simple there. And then of course you can raise them back up. So easy stuff there, but let's continue. You got your button up top there. So you can close it with just a button from the trunk or from the key fob right here. It looks like you also have the auto stop start, or I mean the remote start. So we'll test that in a sec, but let's keep going around for now. All right. Well, honestly, as far as the exterior goes, I'll give it a 9.5 out of 10. Not bad at all. So let's hop inside and see what we can find in the interior. First of all, we're gonna start with the second row. Hey, Geraldine, come here. You're gonna be my test dummy here. So hop in. How tall are you?
5'4".
5'4". All right, we're gonna measure your knees and stuff. All right, so plenty of space there. That's awesome. How far back does this one go? Oh, sweet, it goes forward.
That's as far as it goes right there.
Awesome. Cool.
I like that.
It's fun reclining.
USB connections on the side.
Nice. You got heated and cooled seats up in here.
In the back, nice.
Sweet. And then could you check the third row as well?
Of course. My pleasure.
I appreciate you. Thanks for helping. All right, so we're gonna climb in here. All right, so with it reclined all the way, you can still fit back there. Let's recline it to a reasonable amount. There we go. How you doing in the back?
It feels very comfy. It's very nice.
Cool. In the back, she can control her own seats in terms of moving them forward or back. So if she wants a little bit more space, also has USB for the kids. If your kids are all on their iPads and stuff, every single kid has their own individual USB charger. So good stuff there. But why don't you hop out, we'll check out the front seat real quick. So you got your visors back here as well. So let's turn her on real fast. All right, so when I turn it on, I'm gonna leave the camera up here on the dash. That way, if there's any kind of warning lights or anything weird popping up, you'll be the first to know. So let's check it out. All right, so everything up there is looking super solid. No warning lights, nothing crazy. Let's look through a couple things just to be sure. Good, good, good. Tire pressure's good. Comfort mode. Awesome. So everything up there looks super solid. As far as interior features go, you have a lot of them. So I'm going to go a little bit fast just for the sake of time, so this video is not like 40 minutes long. But up here, you're going to have your adaptive cruise control, which is a ton of fun. If you don't know what that is, let me know, because I really, really like the adaptive cruise. You're also going to have paddle shifters up here. You're gonna have a lot of your other driving features over here, blind spot monitor and whatnot. I mean, you can pop the trunk, so that's pretty straightforward. Electronic parking brake. Over here you have your seat presets. You're going to have vented seats in the front as well, heated seats, and a heated steering wheel. Your AC is already on, and everyone always asks this. I don't know why, if someone just hurt them in the past, but the AC does blow cold. In case you were wondering, it does blow cold. Everyone asks that. I don't know why that's such a common question, but yes, it blows cold. Other than that, you're going to have all your drive modes. You can lock your diff. You have sport mode, comfort, eco mode, snow mode, smart mode, and on and on. So plenty of fun stuff there. Your parking sensors, your camera, and then your auto stop start system, and then downhill and stuff. You also have auto vehicle hold, which is, again, really cool. If you don't know what that is, I'm more than happy to tell you, because it's really cool. But if you do, then that's totally fine as well. So up here is going to be where most of your stuff is. So the radio's off right now, but here you're going to have your navigation, radio, media, and then also just seeking for tracks and stuff. So let's look through a couple of the things up here. There you go. So this is kind of the main hub of where you can fiddle with everything. So if you want me to go delve into a little bit anything deeper here, you're more than welcome to. There's a lot of fun stuff to play with, but generally speaking, this is kind of what you're looking at. Let's check your audio system real quick.
It's your go-to for finding those perfect items that make life easier and more.
Okay, yes, your audio system is very loud. So good stuff there. Other than that, I mean, we can go over stuff all day, but for the sake of time, we'll probably move on. Up top, you're also going to have a sunroof as well as a moonroof in the back, so you have plenty of things to play with. I'll be totally honest, like, a sunroof is not the most useful feature in the world. Like, it's just not. But they're really cool. Like, I like sunroofs a lot. I think they're a ton of fun.
I like them for drives.
Really?
Drives in the mountain. Very nice.
I kind of just mess with them. My friend's mom had a car with a sunroof, and I just played with it all day. So, anyway, a couple more fun things up there. As far as the interior condition, it's really good. Like, okay, this is one more thing. So this is not important. This does not matter that much. But if you have kids, this is the coolest thing in the world. So you can close your cup holders and you just have space in there. But if you push it, then the cup holder flips out. Which again, like, that's not that important. But if you have kids, that's freaking cool, dude. Anyway, I'm still a kid, but it's fine. You also have your wireless phone charger down here. You just set your phone on there and it charges it up. So you can turn it on and off, and pretty straightforward. But as far as the seats go, I'm not seeing any rips, any dents, any tears, any stains, any discoloration. The car doesn't smell weird.
Just a little bit of cleaning to be done, but it's like every other part.
So, but yeah, any other thoughts on the interior?
I like that it has this space under here.
Oh, yeah.
You can put your purse in there. It's got connection to connect. Oh, it's USB as well. Nice. And the 12 volt. Nice, I like that. That's cool.
Sick.
Lots of space. Very spacious.
Heck yeah. Well, we can go over features all day, but for the sake of time, we'll probably call that there. Let's pop the hood in the engine bay. We'll check that out real quick, and then it should be good for this video. So while we're out here, here's a quick look around some of our lot. This is maybe, I don't know, like 30% of our cars. So we got more cars over on that side of the building. We go down a little bit ways that way, and then we go down way far that way. We actually just bought up some extra land over there. So we sell more cars here than any independent dealer in the state, which isn't like super important to know right now, but I feel like when you're buying from out of state, it's nice to know a little bit about who you're working with, you know? Anyway, So I don't know how mechanically inclined you are or aren't, but regardless of how much you know about cars, you should always look under the hood of any vehicle you're looking to buy. The reason being, even if you don't know anything under here, you at least know what neglect looks like. So if you've got like acid buildup all around your battery, if all your metal pieces are just like brown and covered in rust, and you got like spider webs and junk all over everything, then, you know, I'd probably ask some more questions personally. That being said, this looks great. No complaints. Again, this is fresh off the road. My manager literally just got back with it. So this is about as worn as it's gonna be. So very, very impressive. If you are mechanically inclined, we can go into a little bit more detail, but we'll keep this video pretty user-friendly for now. Suffice to say, when you pop the hood of an engine bay, this is exactly what you wanna see. So, oh yeah, let's check that out. We're just gonna test the remote start real quick.
Yeah.
Heck yeah. Cool. So if you have any other questions or there's something that I missed, just let me know. We're more than happy to show you anything on here. But for now, this is your new ride.